There we go, onto the plane. So I just arrived in Frankfurt and it's a very nice long tunnel to the next flight going to Hong Kong. And the background music is already provided. I had a great flight. Once I arrived in Hong Kong, I had to wait for about 15 hours until the next plane went. I was quite sleepy, so I already kind of decided that I just wanted to sleep. It would also be nice to just see Hong Kong, so I started looking and saw some websites that said that Hong Kong was not available from the airport due to COVID measures. So I just tried to sleep, which did not turn out to be much. So I started to explore the airport. The airport was immensely large and I only managed to explore a part of it, but it was very repetitive, so all the facilities were the same, all the gates were about the same. There were some differences though, there were restaurants and other things, but they all were closed at night. I arrived at night, so it was basically a ghost town. There were no people, no shops open. But then it started to become morning, and at 7 o'clock all the shops and restaurants opened and the people started flooding in. It was incredibly busy at the time. People just started lining up for about 200 meters for one restaurant. Then the flight took off. It was a very pleasant and short flight, and once the plane arrived I took the tram to my hotel. What was very interesting was that the trams made some music once they arrived at every station. It seemed to always be a different song, yet they always had the same kind of songs playing. Finally, so I just arrived in my hotel room in Kaohsiung, and of course it's been a heavy flight. I had 2 times 3 hours of sleep in the 2 nights, but I'm still okay and it's beautiful to see the city. There's so many interesting things that I noticed immediately upon arriving. For example, when you get off the airport and you go to the metro of Kaohsiung, there's just many beautiful paintings just hanging around without security, and I think something like that would not really be a thing in the Netherlands. And then I got into the city and of course it was quite humid, a lot of traffic, a lot of motorcyclists, very warm, a lot of sun. And also I noticed that the traffic lights for pedestrians were extremely long, so once it turns green you have almost a minute to walk. And it also shows you the countdown timer. Now after 2 days of no showering, I think it's time to take a shower. So I just went running. I did a 10k steady run. It felt really good, and I went quite fast as well. I tried to stay around 440 pace, 4 minutes 40 per kilometer, but I ended up going like 415. I think it's fine because I still feel really good. I will just do a cool down and then go back to the apartment. After that I will do some work, probably in a cafe, and after that I will do some swimming at a beach nearby, and that's about it. I did not manage to go to the beach that day, but I did manage to get some nice dinner. So I just went to a nice restaurant, eating quite nice pork, and it was also very cheap. And what I noticed was that there were some garbage trucks that made music, so that was really interesting to see. I just did another workout. It was a bit shorter than I planned, but that was just because it was very hot and I think it's the best option for me to do it like this. I just arrived very close to the beach and it's looking already quite nice here. It's kind of a bay area. Also some mountains in the back. So let's continue. So I wanted to go to the beach. I'm here now, but I accidentally arrived at the university. And it's very beautiful, a lot of nature here.